We are in the Countdown to Survivor series in this episode of WWE 2K25 MyGM mode. We finished last episode as expected in first place by a commanding amount, over 130,000 over second place, and everyone else it's not even close. NXT Mutiny is truly going to run away with this thing in the latter half of the episodes here. We had a killer few past episodes. We actually did not make any trades, which is really surprising for me. As you know, I love trades. And we only had a couple promises to fulfill left over this week. We promised Chelsea Green a rematch against Gigi Dolan, and Seth Rollins claims that he wanted to win his next match. Surprise, surprise, that dude has been whining at us all year. But we got those booked out here. The Chelsea Green Gigi Dolan rematch is booked in here. Gigi is on the verge of death, so we're going to play a power card on her, and I have a fixed match card to ensure Seth Rollins wins. So we are going to slap both of those down, get the pre-match physio on Gigi Dolan, just because we don't really need her getting injured. Her stamina is going to be left at nothing anyways, and then we'll throw our fixed match on Seth Whiny Pants Rollins. But as you all have come to expect, I have booked out the first show here. We are looking at John Cena, Giovanni Vinci to continue that rivalry. We're going to change Zoe Stark back to a specialist, even if it gets her pissed at me. Her being a cruiser does not help anybody. Bianca Belair versus Lola Vice here. These are all just going to be regular matches just because it's the first week. We don't need to do anything crazy. Solo Sikoa out there doing some charity for us. Seth Rollins versus Shawn Spears to hopefully get a rivalry started. Johnny Gargano has been killing it on the mic, so we got him doing a self promo just to boost that pop, and obviously the women's match I mentioned earlier. We're not going to hit the commissioner goal this week. I just don't really have anywhere to plug Kairi Sane into this card, but that is totally fine. It was only for a scouted card anyways, which we're not worried about. I have also decided that we are going to undertake a side quest here, and that is with Mr. Kyle Slickman here, somebody that we can sign. He's got 5 ring XP, but there's a PlayStation trophy for getting him to an immortal level through the ring XP cards and having him win the main event at WrestleMania. So we're going to sign him, and hopefully we can get that trophy just for the fun of it, because why not? So we are going to throw our XP card on him, our Get Schooled card on Kyle Slickman. Adds another face to the roster too, so why not? He's already level 8, so we're not too far off. I don't know if I can also use this other one on him. I sure can, so we are going to get him to level 9 right off the bat. We're going to keep him on the roster. We're going to waste a keeper pick on him too, because if one thing you want to know about me, I love PlayStation trophies, and right now the WWE 2K game is hurting my trophy completion list because I don't have any trophies in it. So that's a fun side quest we're going to be doing. But we also are going to run into our first show here. $27,000 show cost. Let's get it. John Cena versus Giovanni Vinci in the first match here. It is a title match, and John Cena retains. Surprise, surprise. Amazing match. Nothing happens with the rivalry. Zoe Stark goes back to a specialist, as it should be. Nature is healing. Bianca versus Lola. Bianca wins it. How's this one make out? 3.5 stars. The rivalry grows. Beautiful. Solo Sikoa gets us a boatload of fans. Seth Rollins versus Shawn Spears. We already know Seth is going to win this, and hopefully that will shut him up for a little bit. Mediocre match, not great. Johnny Gargano, 3 pop, not too shabby. Women's Fatal 4-Way. How does this one shake out? And Chelsea Green wins it after demanding the rematch. Continues both rivalries, but it actually starts one with Dolan and Green. And that is not a bad first week there. I think we did okay. I don't think we're going to get amazing booking by any means, but we had a decent show. No, we just got good booking. Our finale here kind of fell flat, but that is totally fine. It's the first week, like I said. Doesn't super matter. Really, what we're building up towards is that go-home show and the pay-per-view. You know the formula. You know the deal. SmackDown blew us out of the water, and so did WCW, but we're still going to be in first because our lead is just absolutely atrocious. Headed to Survival Series. Last week's results came in for the ad agency. We lost 2,000 fans. Let's keep running that campaign and see what happens. Triple H. Gigi Dolan says she's not feeling 100%. I don't mind pain. Can I take 2 weeks off? Get some rest, Gigi. We were going to give you time off anyways. Chelsea got the rematch, and we earned her respect. Her morale can't go any higher, so I guess that really didn't do anything for us. And Triple H wants us to have at least one last man standing match this week. I think we can get that done. And so we're going to run back some of these rivalries again. Seth Rollins versus Shawn Spears. We want to get Kairi Sane versus Zoe Stark. That's why we turned her back. They're at 100 stamina, basically both of them, so that might be our backstage brawl match that Triple H wants. I think that we need to get our men's tag team back involved in everything here. We got Giovanni Vinci. I think this is the same rivalry we ran before, but we need to get the tag team matches rolling again. again just to get that match card quality boost. And we really don't have anything for the Miz, so we might as well get him started with our brand new signee Kyle Slickman here. Maybe we'll get them going in just like an Extreme Rules match, just because why not? And then we'll have Kairi Sane versus Zoe Stark be our last man standing match. It's not going to be a great week show wise. We're not going to perform super well just with these matches, but it is going to grow some rivalries we need to get going. I think we'll have Cena call out Giovanni Vinci just to prep that, get that rivalry a little bit further along. This women's tag rivalry has been running forever, but I think we'll have Chelsea Green call out Gigi Dolan, even though she won't be back for 2 weeks. And we'll have The Rock go out there and get us some more fans. And that's our second show. That was a pretty quick booking. We'll see if we need to pick any of this stuff up. I will grab this fixed match card because we always run out of them booking them for Seth. And I'll snag this health spa because why not? You never know when you're going to need them. Maybe I can throw one on Gigi Dolan because we can't use her anyways. I think I'll also throw one on Natalia just so we could have her back a little bit quicker here. And I think that's going to be our show out here in Mobile, Alabama. Let's get this thing. $51,000 show cost. NXT Mutiny's second show of this stretch here. Kairi Sane, Zoe Stark at least pushes rivalry along with the last man standing match. It was mediocre, but it grows to level 2, so we take it. Cena versus Vinci, level 3. Good going, Cena. The Miz versus the newly signed Kyle Slickman, the trophy poster boy. He's only here to get us that trophy. The Miz wins it. They're actually both sunglass boys in an okay match. 2.5 stars for their level 1 rivalry, so that grows. The Rock with 4,000 fans. We got the tag team boys here running it. Stamina on the right side is decent with our new tag champs actually, and then on the left side they were fine. They were really high. We got Chelsea Green glowing the rivalry with Gigi Dolan. I can't talk today. Seth Rollins, Shawn Spears in the main event. Seth would have won it on his own. We didn't even need to fix the last one. Good match with no rivalry growth. Perfect. So we did fine. I probably should have switched The Miz and Kyle Slickman, especially with a stipulation on it. SmackDown got amazing booking again. We shook out with 2,000 fans, which is kind of rough. 22,000 for SmackDown, 11,000 for Raw, and 8,000 for WCW. We're going to have to start going harder here because we're letting these people catch up, man, even though our lead is still over 100,000. Result for the second week of the ad campaign came back with 9,000 plus. Let's keep it going. Triple H might as well. Hey, CM Punk, you've seen the work I've been putting in, but I know I can do more for the brand. I'm ready to run a main event match, and I know the fans will be excited. This would mean a lot for me in my career. What do you say? You got it, Johnny. I'll keep you happy, partner. I've been putting in a lot of work and I've earned a shot at the men's title. Yeah, we'll get you that shot, Miz. I got you. Triple H wants us to have at least one Extreme Rules match this week. Let's see if we can make that happen for you here, big dog. And so next week will be the go home show, and SmackDown keeps trying to creep up on us, so we're going to hit them with some power cards, increased match cost, and we're also going to slap them with bad advertising just to really mess up their day. And we promised Johnny Gargano that main event match, so we are going to stick the tag team boys right in there right now just so I don't forget it. And we also promised The Miz a shot at the men's belt. I can't really tell with these NXT belt designs. I don't know if that is on The Rock or John Cena. The belt that's on The Rock looks slightly bigger, so I think that that is what we're going to need to run with here. We will put The Rock against The Miz. We'll actually make this a fatal 4-way because I think it's better with 2 faces. And so we will get Kyle Slickman roped in there, and we'll also throw in, or maybe we'll just keep this simple and keep it a triple threat. I know that it does better with 2 faces, but I think that'll be fine for now. That way we can at least move on the Miz's rivalry there, and then the last 2 things are totally free of promises, so we can just book them however we want. We're gonna go Kairi and Zoe Stark again. We'll see if we can get that in a decent spot for the go home show. Gigi still needs another week off, but we will book Bianca and Lola Vice, so that will be level 4 for the go home show, and I think that that's good on our matches. We're of course going to run some call outs, so the go home is just an absolute banger. Cena's going to call out Giovanni Vinci. We're also going to have Becky Lynch call out Nia Jax, so that'll be a level 4 rivalry, and we will have Chelsea Green call out Gigi Dolan. This is really just a show to advance some rivalries. I think for the tag boys, we'll throw tables on a thing because why not? This triple threat should be decent just because The Rock is in it. We promised them the main event, although I do feel like this match will perform better than that, but you got to do what you got to do, I suppose, to keep these stars happy. Kairi Sane, Zoe Stark. Maybe we throw them in a submission match just to see if we can bump that up to level 4 for the go home. And we need to have one Extreme Rules match, and I think I might make that this triple threat just because none of these guys are going to be on the go home show anyways, so we might as well get that commissioner card. But that's our show. This is going to be a banging show the week before the go home show. Let's book it, my brother. $54,000 show cost. This is going to be a mean one, that's for sure. We are going to kick it off with the triple threat of The Rock, The Miz, and Kyle Slickman, the boy. And The Rock takes it, of course, and that's an amazing match. The Miz and Slickman rivalry grows 4 stars. That did better than I thought it would with only one face. Cena gets the rivalry to level 4 just as expected. Let's see if this jumps 2 stages like a submission match can. Somebody was an expert. Just a good match, and it actually jumped 0 stages, so that was definitely not what we wanted to happen. The call out from Becky to Nia went perfect. Bianca versus Lola Vice. Don't burn out is all I ask. Lola Vice actually wins it in a great match. The rivalry stays at level 3, which is fine. Chelsea Green grows that rivalry to level 3, and the tag boys here. We need this to be really good so we can get amazing booking. And it was great, level 2 rivalry, but Johnny Gargano will be happy with that, I can tell you that much. So we finished with just a good booking, and it really didn't matter which match I put as a main event between these two, because either way, they didn't get enough stars to push us over the edge. But this was a good show for us. I'm really not upset with our numbers here. 7,000 fans gained for us, SmackDown with 18. Luckily, we're handicapping them next week pretty substantially. We did beat WCW, and we got the Get Schooled card for beating the Commissioner Gold. And we're sold out. Wait a minute, playa. Limited stock applied, and the 2-bit arena. That's okay, because money isn't a big problem for us. Vito Star, John Cena. Now that hurts a good bit. We got to veto a random superstar for the go home show. Sean Spears probably wasn't going to be on it anyways, so that's fine. Triple H is telling me that the final change was 8,000 fans for 10K, better than I expected. On high demand, power cards are going to be more expensive this week. Sean Spears can't be on the show, and John Cena. Thanks. The Miz says he appreciates the title shot. It's good to know he's got a boss that cares. It's a good thing I picked the right title. I'm not happy losing my strap last week. As former champion, I'm enacting my rematch clause. You got it, Bianca. You're going to get it this week. And so we have the assets to upgrade the arena, but we have been blocked this week. We have somebody with a new perk. Andre Chase is just killing it with his ring XP. We can get him as a gauntlet eliminator or a casket, and we will choose gauntlet eliminator. And I really think it would be interesting to get that trophy for getting Kyle Slickman to an immortal and winning the WWE or WrestleMania main event. So we're going to throw that ring XP on him right now. We've already got him from level 5 to 12 in this episode. Now it's time to book a show. We are going to get Bianca versus Lola Vice. Bianca really wanted it. The people want it, so let's get it on the card. We're not going to go women's tag this week just because they have separate rivalries. We kind of need them to burn out. Nia Jax versus Becky Lynch. Chelsea Green versus whomever I just booked in there. And we can't use Cena this week, but I guess this means Giovanni Vinci versus Cena will be our main event at Survivor Series. But we can run the tag team again. It's only a level 2 rivalry, but that is totally fine. We'll get that on the books. We will actually do a fatal 4-way just because I see some stuff shaping out here. We will get Zoe Stark, Kairi Sane, Natalia, and Blair Davenport. There's no rivalry there, but maybe it'll up the overall match just because we have that big ring XP in Natalia in there. It's definitely not going to stay the main event. We'll have to move some stuff around here. Holy women, this card, I just realized the whole card is basically women. All right, so we got the opener here. I think that we should throw a stipulation on here. I think we can do last man standing because why not? We got the specialist in there, and that'll raise the overall quality of it. Gigi Dolan versus Chelsea Green. We can throw tables on the thing. Nia Jax versus Becky Lynch is going to be a banger, so we should definitely throw a stipulation on that. We can do submission just because we got a specialist out there. I think that will be actually our main event, and we get something for making this a tornado tag, and I think the staminas are fine, so we will throw that as a tornado tag. Johnny Gargano worries me a little bit, but we're gonna run it anyways. No pre-match physio. I'm not scared. I guess we'll just try to move some stuff along here. We'll have Seth Rollins call out Sean Spears just to push that along. We're really gonna be at the end of our roster here. I don't think we're going to book The Rock just because we need him to rest up, but we will have The Miz call out Kyle Slickman just to move that along. And I guess we'll have Kyle Slickman go out there and do some training. We need his ring XP up there, people. We want that PlayStation trophy. And so this is going to be the show. We're going to leave this empty. The Rock is basically on death's doorstep with his stamina level, and I think we are looking good right this second. And we're going to meet our promise to Bianca and the commissioner goal, so let's get it. Let's book this dang show. $86,000 in the high school arena. We might not necessarily see the fan gain we were hoping for from this show, but it is going to be a banger nonetheless. Lola Vice, Bianca Belair to blow off the rivalry, or it might only be at level 3, I don't recall. Bianca wins it, rivalry completed in a classic match. Seth Rollins with the call out goes to level 2, which is great. Gigi Dolan versus Chelsea Green, good stamina in a tables match, and Gigi beats her. Great match, rivalry completed. Kyle Slickman gains 10 ring XP. That's what we need out of that boy right there. Men's tag in a tornado tag match here. Let's see who takes it. Andre Chase and Johnny Gargano. The rivalry did not move along at all, but we also didn't get any injuries, so that's great. The Miz's call out to Kyle goes perfect. That is a level 3 rivalry now. Women's fatal 4-way. Zoe Stark and Kairi Sane is the big rivalry here to contend with, and Natalya wins it. Natalya and Davenport grow. That was actually an awful match, which is a little bit sad for me. And then Becky Lynch, Nia Jax in a submission match to cap off the rivalry. Ends in a Nia Jax victory in an amazing match. So I think we're going to get amazing booking there. So we did end up with an amazing booking, but so didn't everybody else. It's the go home show. Everyone pulls out all the marbles. 41,000 fans for us. We lost $4,000. SmackDown comes down with 47, so we're still right in there, even being with the arena, but Raw goes hard and gets 76,000, and WCW with 69,000. So we definitely took a dig this week, but again, our lead is so substantial that it's going to be really hard for these other brands to catch up, especially when I'm about to go ham at Survivor Series. Well, that kind of stinks. And a veto random star, just not Cena or Vinci, please. Kairi Sane, that is totally fine. Triple H says Kairi can't be on the show this week. That's fine. Bianca's thanking me for the rematch. Sean Spears has a proposition. He wants me to be his partner. I'm going to go ahead and say no, just because Sean has been suspended before for bad behavior, and I hold grudges like that. Triple H wants us to have a Falls Count Anywhere match this week. We'll see how that ends up being on the card here. And Cena's actually an expert, so I think we will do a Falls Count Anywhere match, just because this is going to be hot. John Cena's in it. I don't think I need to waste a power card on that either. The opener at Survivor Series is a women's tag team Extreme Rules match. We are going to be competing for the War Games card, which we select an opposing brand, reduce the level of all their logistic tiers to level 1 for next week's show. We got hit by this last week, so we definitely want to win this just to make sure we don't get hit by it ourselves. So we need a woman who is good at Extreme Rules with decent ring XP. And good news for us is we don't really have one. Our best bet right this second is Zoe Stark, who's an Extreme Rules specialist, so I guess we'll chuck her in there. And then it is a men's fatal 4-way Extreme Rules. I want to go either The Rock or Andre Chase, but stamina wise they're both a little tuckered out, so I think The Miz is our best bet for that match here. We have a promo slot in the show as well, so we're going to book The Rock in some charity. Okay, so that's great that we can still get the Survivor Series arena even though everything else has been vetoed, so we're going to go ahead and snag that. We're also going to peek at these power cards and see if we want to purchase any of these. I already have a 2 Extreme card, but I guess that could really come in handy if we're going to have a dud of a show. I'm actually going to buy all these cards. Again, no one yell at me. We're swimming in money right this second. We're not too worried about it, but our Survivor Series looks banging. Let's get this thing. $25,000 show cost, not including the cost of the arena. So we're going to open with the women's Extreme Rules tag match. It's Zoe Stark and Bayley versus Liv Morgan and Candice LeRae. Let's hope we snag this. We sure do. Nice work, Zoe Stark. Appreciate you, big dog. Cena versus Vinci in the blow-off Falls Count Anywhere. This should be classic or legendary. I would not. Yeah, legendary. Nice work, Mr. John Cena. Appreciate you. Honestly, I feel like The Rock's charity promos have not been going over super well. 2,500 fans. We got Carl Anderson versus Julius Creed here at a Falls Count Anywhere as well. Carl Anderson takes it away in a classic match, so he did better than SmackDown. Sami Zayn versus Ivar in an Extreme Rules one-on-one match. Let's see. Sami Zayn takes it in a legendary match, so Raw is right there with us being legendary. Elton Prince versus Javon Evans. These guys both have 100 stamina. They're just rearing to go, just chilling on the bench. Elton Prince takes it away in an okay match. Clearly nothing built up there, and Josh Briggs gains 10 ring XP. Alright, so the men's fatal 4-way, we do have an expert in The Miz, and he is the highest ring XP, so I'd be surprised if we didn't get it, and we did not, so I am surprised. Trick Williams takes it away. At least it wasn't a tag team, so we're not going to have two brands that have that card to use against us. But let's see how we did fan-wise. We got 124,000 and a bunch of money coming in. We smoked SmackDown by 18-ish thousand fans. We absolutely obliterated Raw, and WCW, it wasn't even close. Did you guys show up for this or what, brother? Pre-match physio always comes in handy. Our first place lead has just grown even more, and it's trade time. My favorite time of each episode. I love trades. What you gonna pitch to me? We got to keep in mind when we're looking at these trades that this is for the last stretch of the season, the last 5 shows. So nothing is gonna stick around very long. He's trying to give me Red Monsoon and Eddie Thorpe for just 43,000. I don't really need these guys for anything. I mean, he's a level 1 promo and also a level 1 promo. Yeah, I don't need them for anything. I don't even have any men cruisers. We're good on that, Teddy Long. Get out of here. We do not need that trade. What's Raw gonna give me? Valhalla, a 3 out of 5 promo, 11 ring XP for 28,000. Is everyone just trying to get their money up with these trades, man? I don't need Valhalla. Get out of here. Hit the bricks, Tyler Breeze. Now this could be interesting because Tatum Paxley's a really high ring XP, only a 1 out of 5 promo, but a level 16, 72,000 bones thereafter, and we really do have the money to mess around with. I think I'm gonna accept this just because why not? If we can build out more perfect rivalries, why wouldn't we in this last week here? The money resets at the end of the season anyways. So welcome aboard Tatum Paxley and Tiffany Stratton returning to NXT Mutiny, and we are 4 weeks away from WrestleMania. Eric Bischoff is talking that smack. The Rock says, I think you should put me in a match with Cena. Trust me on this one. Dude, you read my mind, brother. I wanted you two to be the main event at WrestleMania just because it has to be. Oh no, I'm gonna do it anyways though. I told him no, but I'm gonna do it. Giovanni Vinci says, look, Cena's been handing me nothing but losses lately. I can do that, brother. You're not gonna go up against Cena ever again. And it's time to do a shake up. Let's see, we got the rope-a-dope, which is use at least one fighting superstar in a match. It increases its quality. Over and under, gain 2,000 fans for every uninjured superstar in an underground match. And started from the bottom. Superstars above 65 popularity lose 15, and 7 random superstars gain 35 popularity. I think I'm just gonna go with rope-a-dope just because this really only hurts Cena and The Rock, and it'll gain other people, but that's gonna be our big main event, man, so we need those two to be at the top of their game. So let's go rope-a-dope just to boost up the quality of our shows. And that is gonna end it for this episode of MyGM Mode. We had another banging week. We still stayed in first place. We picked up a side quest as in Kyle Slickman here, trying to get him to immortal level, which is 25. Got him to 13 in this episode. Hopefully you guys like this little side quest we're on. Let me know down below. But we are on the road to WrestleMania coming up in 4 weeks. I hope you guys are ready to follow along for another banging WrestleMania and then the draft the following week. I know y'all love the draft. Let me know down below if you have any comments or suggestions for future episodes. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. We post bangers. I try to get these out every Tuesday and Friday, so you're going to want to subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss new ones. And I will catch you guys in the next episode. Take it easy.